Hey there, Blue Mages, Liam here, and welcome back to Blue Academy. A lot of folks here ask how I'm doing so much damage. Their immediate thought is that their gear isn't good enough, or that they need a new blue weapon, or something to that effect. I'm going to show you that that is all incorrect. As long as your gear is level appropriate, the actual details of that don't matter at all. I'll show you what does matter though. For this experiment, I'll be clearing the first act of Red Fraught and Blue using Sonic Boom as my only damage spell. For our first trial, I'll be using the starter blue weapon and full Shire gear with no materia. Let's hop into stage 29 and see what our damage numbers look like. It looks like our Sonic Boom damage is around 6,000 for each non-crit, non-direct hit Sonic Boom. This isn't terribly interesting to watch, so let's just fast forward to the end and see our clear time. Alright, it looks like after 56 Sonic Boom casts, we have finished with 27:21 left on the clock. Let's move on to our next trial. For our second trial, I'll switch to my set that I use for level 60 content, which maxes out all stats. There's still no materia here, but that's because when items sink down, the materia doesn't count anyway. Let's look at my stats, for example, while I equip my level 70 cane with spell speed materia over my Rainmaker. You can see my spell speed doesn't actually change at all. My point here is that the set that I have doesn't have materia that matters, but it does give me the best possible secondary stats for level 60. Let's look at the damage values here. Again, our raw damage is about 6,000 for each non-crit and non-direct hit. Let's just fast forward again to the end. After a total of 58 Sonic Booms with 27:24 on the clock, we have finished. And that's a difference of only 3 seconds. It actually took 2 more Sonic Booms than the previous trial, and that's because of crits in the previous trial. But we did finish this faster because this is a spell speed set, so we got more casts off in a shorter amount of time. But still, 3 seconds is negligible. Okay, so we now know that gear doesn't matter. The difference in actual damage numbers is quite small. Yes, there might be some additional damage from secondary stats, but it's extremely minimal. So, what can make the difference here? Well, for most people, it turns out that it's just Mighty Guard. A lot of folks will leave Mighty Guard on because they miss the portion of Mighty Guard's effect that states it reduces damage dealt by 40%. Look at our numbers here with Mighty Guard on. As expected, our damage is around 37 or so per hit, which is about 60% of the damage in our first 2 trials. If you have Mighty Guard on, you will be doing way less damage. Okay, I know what you're thinking now. Liam, I don't have Mighty Guard on and I still can't clear as fast as you. Well, I'll let you on the secret sauce here. Once you've got some primal spells, it's really just practice and getting good. Don't forget your ABCs, always be casting. Make sure that if mechanics aren't preventing you from casting, you should be casting. Weave primals as best as you can and you'll do a lot more damage. This clear here with me using all of my primal spells isn't very clean, but I still finished with 28:12 on the clock, which is about 30% faster than when we used only Sonic Boom. So, to the folks who say, well maybe I should get more spells and then come back, there is some truth to that, but it's still not going to make or break a run. You can clear every single stage with very, very minimal spell setups. So, there it is. As long as you've got your level appropriate gear, you don't have Mighty Guard on, you learn your primal spells, and you remember your ABCs, you'll be pumping out big damage. Bonus points if you can do a full Moonflute opener. That's not really relevant in Masked Carnivale, but when you start doing raiding and extremes, it definitely will come into play. As always, thanks for watching, let me know if there's anything you'd like to learn about, and good luck with your fat parses, which don't actually matter because no one logs for Blue Mage.